I'm sure many of you are aware that TikTok have been undergoing a lot of discussions with Universal Music Group this year. And that led to a big fallout a couple of months ago where UMG actually removed their entire catalogue of music from TikTok. So a lot of videos which previously had songs like Harry Styles or Taylor Swift or Miley Cyrus suddenly were silent. So that happened to a lot of videos. It also meant that a lot of the latest tracks were no longer available to be used in TikTok. But fans can rejoice once again because the agreement is back on. So they have come to an agreement, and the return of the recorded music from UMG's catalogue is now happening. So a lot of videos that where they've seen music disappear, that music will be coming back and reinstating to a lot of videos. And we will now be able to see much more music from the world's biggest artists and songwriters, as well as emerging talent as well. So that's always quite interesting to see how artists these days can completely launch their careers on TikTok because a song just picks up and becomes popular. So you might be feeling a little bit confused about what music you can and can't use on TikTok. Well, one of the things that TikTok has been quite hot on recently is providing a lot more kind of standard music for business and commercial purposes. You can actually go to the TikTok Creator Center, which is completely free to have a look at. And the Creative Center, you do need to have a login for, but gives you a rundown of the top 100 tracks that are popular right now on TikTok. And there's a little tick box there where you can tick approved for business use. So there are actually more and more tracks available for businesses to use. But you can see that the top ranked track available for business use is number 21. So you're still not able to use the top 20 tracks on TikTok right now. I have definitely seen an increase in sounds being used as opposed to songs. So what I mean by that is more dialogue, clips from movies, clips from TV, clips from creators that get clipped up and go viral, sound effects, ASMR. So there are certainly alternatives to using popular music on your TikTok videos. And using a popular track does not make a track necessarily go viral. It's a long list of different things that your video has to be in order for that video to amass a lot of views, not just the song you added. One of the things that definitely helps is adhering to specific trends in terms of content, challenges, themes, conversations. I've definitely mentioned this one before, but using the later TikTok trends blog is a great compass for understanding what is popular on TikTok right now. So that's again completely free. Just Google later TikTok blog and you will find that one. So I've mentioned the Later blog and the TikTok Creative Center as great places to go just to find viral songs, viral videos, hashtags. You can also look at the top creators and you can filter down to your country as well. In typical style, TikTok has recently announced a new feature that is something you can do on Instagram. So they are forever just copying each other. TikTok copies Instagram, Instagram copies TikTok. The latest announcement we've seen is TikTok collaborative posts. Now, I'm sure many of you will be well versed in what these are for on Instagram. On Instagram, you have the ability to add, I think it's 4 other creators now, although correct me if I'm wrong, into a post. This allows that post to then be shown on all of the different Instagram accounts of who are included in that post. And this is a fantastic way to boost engagement. So I'm a big fan of collaborative posts on Instagram. I've certainly seen for my clients, it really does tend to enhance that engagement and the views. So if you're doing a collaborative competition, or if you are inviting an influencer in, or you are working with an influencer, or even if you're running maybe a charity event and you're working with a number of different partners, that would certainly be worth creating a collaborative post for. So over on TikTok, this is now a thing. Creators will be able to tag up to 5 others in a collaborative post. You will, of course, have the option to approve or decline a request, as you can do on Instagram. Users can choose to remove themselves as well from the post after it has gone live. The post will show up on both pages, but only the original creator will be able to edit the post. And you'll be able to add collaborators up to 4 times a month. So they have put a bit of a cap on that. I'm not sure why, but you'll only be able to add collaborators 4 times a month to your posts. So I'm really welcoming that feature. I think that will work great, particularly for influencer outreach on TikTok. Another TikTok update is around the advertising side of TikTok, which is, of course, gaining a lot of momentum at the moment. I'm sure those of you that are using TikTok will notice that advertising on TikTok is slightly different to other platforms because the content that works best there tends to be UGC. So it really is that influencer recommendation, it's a influencer filmed video, it's a celebrity raving about a product. It's even a customer saying, I tried this product for the first time and I loved it. And so UGC tends to rule when it comes to advertising on TikTok. They are introducing a new product, a number of new products and opportunities that will basically allow marketers to better control what sort of content their ads are appearing against. So this is called Pulse Premiere, and it's an ad slot that has launched, allowing the advertiser to select different publishers and media content that they would like their ads to appear after. So you'll be able to choose over a dozen categories, including lifestyle, sports, entertainment, and education. And your ads will appear after content has gone up from select publishers in the For You feed. So this is going to work really well for companies who are looking to advertise alongside brand safe content, particularly around big moments like the Paris Olympics, which is coming up, and of course, the Euros, and allow advertisers to buy slots with specific networks and content offerings. So if you want to be a bit more intentional about where your ads are appearing in TikTok, this sounds like a great option. And that's called Pulse Premiere. That's rolling out at the moment. For those of you that are not necessarily advertising on TikTok, but you are thinking about discovery and how people are finding your content, then search, of course, has become such a major part of the app. We've seen a huge amount of new features being launched over the last year, which are focused around search engine optimization, features including the fact that you can now add 2,000 characters to your captions on TikTok, meaning you can write SEO keywords and phrases in your captions more easily. We've also seen the introduction of search ads. So you can make sure that your ads are appearing in search results on TikTok. And the latest change is that TikTok are now integrating AI search highlights into the feed. So if you look at this example, the user has searched for a chia seed pudding recipe, and you can see there's a little label which will appear now where AI has contributed to the search results page. So you can see here AI search results highlights, and the AI has found a number of different videos that respond to the search query. So I had a quick look this morning to see if I could find any tests of this coming up. I searched for a few things like decor ideas and some specific searches around restaurant recommendations. I wasn't seeing any AI, but I did read an article from someone saying if you search for queries around recipes and tech, that seems to be where the AI is working best at the moment. So searching something like best laptops 2024 will result in some AI search results there. So interesting to see how AI is becoming more of an important part of TikTok. Ben, I can see that you've raised your hand. I will be coming.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you want to ask a question right now, actually,
About
regarding?
directly about this.
Yeah,
Is that
go
all
for
right?
it.
Why
Yeah.
do you think they feel the need to flag that it's an AI search highlight than an algorithmic one?
I think that's a really important question because TikTok are beginning to flag more AI content generally. So there is now a label on TikTok where if you have created something with the use of AI, you
Mhm.
can add that label.
Yeah, I
I,
understand if where it's generative AI, but if it's just AI to help with search, whatever, that seems a bit unnecessary. But
yeah, I wonder if it's a covering their back thing, where if AI has thrown up maybe a video that perhaps is against their content guidelines or doesn't quite hit the mark in terms of the query, it's maybe showing something a bit odd. Perhaps that's their get out clause is, this was AI. AI is not perfect. That would be my theory at this stage.